Today we're talking about the real reason why you're still out of shape. Most people have all this information online. They searched up Google, they searched up YouTube, ChatGPT, TikTok, Instagram, everything. They've been doing this for weeks, months, and even years. And sometimes the information might also be a bit contradicting in nature. Some guy tells you to do fasting, another guy tells you to just eat clean. What do you actually believe? But the real problem is not the information out there, it's actually what's in your head that's limiting you from taking action towards your fitness goals. So in today's video, we will be breaking down a 3-step process that will help you to unlock your mind and finally reach your fitness goals. By the way, I'm Michael. I've been working out for nearly 10 years now, and this is the thing that I like to learn, do, and think every single day. So let's get right into it. The process of unlocking your mind and finally reaching your fitness goals is really through an identity change. I wasn't this athletic or sporty kid. I grew up just playing video games on the computer, and I just like going to McDonald's to eat McNuggets all the time. I didn't do any sports when I was younger, and I didn't really have a lot of self-confidence. So this led to me being bullied in school quite often. Kids would take my money and run away with it, and I wouldn't really do anything about it because I was just too afraid to stand up for myself. This lack of self-confidence really translated towards my fitness journey. I didn't think that I could be a fit person. I just thought that you had to be born fit, as I saw some of my friends who had abs since they were born. So I thought that it was something that you couldn't control, and I just resigned to my fate. That limiting belief that I had, and also all the bullying that was happening in school, really contributed to me boxing myself up into this narrative. And so your self-image really drives your behavior. You box yourself based on the narratives that you have placed on yourself. If you always saw yourself as this person that lacked confidence, you will never take actions that a confident person has. And that is why I wasn't able to start on my fitness journey. I just thought that I couldn't do it at all. It was only after I went through this deep process of self-reflection, deep process of analyzing myself, and really working through the problems that I had in my head, was I able to create lasting changes in my body and also in my mind. And that is why you need to spend time with yourself to change your identity. And that can be done through the 3-step process that I mentioned earlier, which is awareness, action, and actualization. If you don't understand what is the deep-rooted problem that is holding you back in your fitness journey, then you won't be able to achieve success in your fitness journey. If you already had all the information that you know, then why aren't you able to reach your fitness goals? If you said that you were not consistent, you can actually just be consistent and solve it within a couple of hours. But what is actually holding you back from being consistent in your fitness journey? If we relate back to my own story, it really stems from this lack of self-confidence. I was not confident in myself, and that is why I'm not confident in believing in myself to stick to my fitness goals. I'm not confident in being consistent, in sticking to a structure that I've planned out for myself. And that is why I failed. It was only after I started to resolve these confidence issues that I really began to trust in myself, believe in myself, and took actions that will ensure that I will succeed in my fitness journey. So awareness can be built through self-reflection. You have to acknowledge what is the deep-rooted pain that is happening in your fitness journey. And that can be done through any form of journaling. You can write it down, or you can just record voice notes on your iPhone. That also works completely fine. When you're able to understand the deep-rooted pain, then you know what you have to change in order to overcome that pain. It's not a simple process. It doesn't happen overnight, but the first step towards it is really awareness and acknowledging it. Now that we know the deep-rooted pain that is happening in our head, we need to take the steps towards resolving that deep-rooted issue. And how can that be done? We need to gain confidence with ourselves. To resolve that deep-rooted pain, it requires an identity change. And an identity change is when you can see yourself changing towards that ideal version of yourself that you always imagined. Let's say we have an artist that wants to be the best artist ever. If the artist doesn't actually put in the work towards creating art pieces, how would he know that he is becoming a better artist? He doesn't have concrete evidence that shows that he can be a good artist. If he doesn't have any artwork at all, then where is that practice that is going on that will help him to ensure that, hey, I'm becoming a better artist? He can't look back and see all these pieces I've done. That is where I can see I'm evolving as an artist, becoming a better artist. It's very similar with fitness. If you don't have this concrete evidence of change that is happening through daily actions such as healthy habits, you won't identify yourself as a fit person. Even if you shout affirmations in the mirror, it wouldn't work. It only works for a while when you say it at that given moment, because it's like you're doing something. But what is the concrete evidence of change that you have? You need to create that stack of evidence of change that will then help you to become the person that you want to be. That is when you can make an identity change. And that is why we need to perform action. It is simply doing the things that give concrete evidence of change. If you do actions that embody a fit person, then you're gonna be a fit person. An example is if you're already doing healthy habits, you are exercising regularly, even when you're so tired after a full day of work, you still hit the gym, you still try and follow your diet. That is an evidence of a healthy person. If you're able to delay gratification, go to bed early so that you have sufficient energy for your workouts the next day, that is also evidence of being a fit person. That is an identity change right there towards being a healthier and fit person. And that is why you need to take action for an identity change to happen. And if you perform these actions over weeks, months, and years, it solidifies who you are as a person. After taking actions for weeks, months, and years, now you live as if you are that person that is healthy and fit. And what happens when you do that? You actually become the person that is healthy and fit. You don't just eat McDonald's every day, you're eating healthy whole foods, you don't skip your workouts, you work out consistently, all these things. And that is when actualization actually happens, which is the last step towards the identity change. Actualization is when who you wanted to be actually becomes the reality. When you embody all these healthy habits that a fit person has, you are the fit person already. You're not that person that you used to be, that person that is always lazy, skipping the workouts, doesn't stick to his plans, doesn't stick to his promises. And so that is why he lacks confidence, because he doesn't stick to the plans that he set out for himself. But when you go through the process of awareness, acknowledging the deep-rooted pain points that you had, working through these deep-rooted pain points and struggling through it, and after that performing actions that this new ideal version of yourself does, compound that over weeks, months, and years, you become the reality that you always wanted. When you understand how this identity change works, it doesn't just apply for fitness, it applies for your entire life. You can apply it to learn any new skill that you want to learn. And that is why unlocking your mind is the most powerful thing that you can do for your fitness journey. Once you unlock your mind, you embody habits that a fit person has, it's no doubt that you are going to be a fit person. You're going to get in shape. You're going to get the awesome lean body that you always wanted to have. It's a really difficult process of working through yourself to really dig deep into the pain points that you're facing and struggling through it through these initial phases. But I promise you, after you struggle through these initial phases, it's going to be so rewarding because you become the reality that you always wanted to have. And if you need help uncovering these deep-rooted pain points that is occurring in your mind that is holding you back from your fitness journey, then you can check out my one-on-one online fitness coaching service. It's available in the description below. And if you still feel like you don't have enough fitness information, then you can check out the 2 videos right here that I made that goes through sample workout plans you can follow and also a weight loss guide that you can follow.